This East African state is unlike any other. Anarchy and chaos reign in its land, people die of hunger, women are used as playthings, children are trained to use weapons from an early age, and only those who manage to defend their right to live survive. Somalia is a unique country being colonized by France, Italian, and British Empire. All three countries mentioned above eventually formed their own territory within Somalia and later achieved its independence. That is why Somalia only formally exists as a state. The government of the country seems to exist, but at the same time it controls only a small part of its territory. However, there is nothing to control there since most of the country is just an infertile desert. There's a ferocious heat everywhere, and the temperature holds steady above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. An interesting fact, in Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia, the temperature has never dropped below 60 degrees Fahrenheit in its entire history. Speaking of its capital, besides this interesting record, the city can also boast of something else, its unique market, called Baccarat. Its name sounds just like a famous card game. It is the largest marketplace in the entire East Africa, whose main feature is, as expected, the wide range of products. On the same shelf with delicious vegetables or fruits, you can find, for example, submachine guns with grenade launchers. In fact, Somalia is a place where you're more likely to see a man without shoes than a man without a machine gun on the shoulder. The most popular weapon model is the legendary AK-47 assault rifle. It's so popular that children are named after its constructor, whose last name is Kalishnikov. And this is no joke. Some people here really do call their children Kalish. But no matter how tasty the market assortment or how fragrant the smell coming from the nearest cafes, all the tastiest things are at home. And in most cases, only women cook and serve food at home. This country is not the best place for girls. If you are born female in Somalia, you must be ready for the fact that you won't have any rights at all. If the gangs want to kidnap somebody here, they'll do it. And no matter how much the girl screams or resists, no one will come to her aid. Moreover, families, where people are supposed to love each other, quite often sell girls, offering them in marriage in exchange for water or food. Almost half of Somali women are married before the age of 18, and even marriage itself rarely brings joy. All because 98% of girls are circumcised at an early age, making it more difficult for them to have children. This is not surprising, since the country's healthcare system is extremely poor, and families have hardly enough resources to raise children. Of course, human rights activists are working on this problem, trying to create funds and make investments, but it all looks like a drop in the ocean. Until, as strange as it may sound, the pirates appeared. No, these are not people who download unlicensed stuff. These are real pirates. But let's start from the beginning. I mean, what are their origins? The story goes back to the end of the 20th century. A military coup put Mohammed Barre, head of the socialists, at the helm of power. He nationalized the oil fields with foreign banks, modernized industries, and gained help from the Soviet bloc. The state prospered, but it was still under a totalitarian regime. Of course, this could not but lead to the formation of a position which immediately gained the support of foreigners. Thus, a couple of decades later, a civil war broke out, leading to the disintegration of the country and total devastation. The foreigners couldn't help but take advantage of this, exploiting weakness of the citizens, catching fish illegally, and dumping toxic waste on the coast. This did not last long, as the city soon became famished. Realizing that the situation was hopeless, the local fishermen took desperate measures. They started to seize enemy ships. This is how piracy was born, which, due to the urgency of the situation, quickly gained momentum and became the only source of income on the coastal regions. No, it's not true that piracy also changed the people's minds, making them all insensitive and heartless. The pirates acted favorably for their own people. All the surrounding regions started to prosper, new schools appeared, the quality of life improved, and something like a financial exchange was established in Somalia. Yet the exchange regarding piracy, people invested in the business, supplying their comrades with weapons and anything else that could help them on the water. In return, they got interest. And here are some real examples. One girl decided to donate $4,500 to local pirates. They went on a case, which was extremely successful, and brought her a very nice cashback of $4 million. Or here's another example. Some lady received a grenade as alimony from her husband. She didn't know what to do with it, so she decided to invest it in a good cause to help the local pirates. So, in 38 days, she made a profit of $75,000. Anyway, this whole exchange turned into a kind of center, a place where anxious wives sought information about their husbands who were out at sea. But let's get back to the hijacking operation itself. Oddly enough, they were relatively peaceful. In most cases, the Somalis approached the ships, fired warning shots to force the captain to surrender, and then took the entire ship captive. The pirates made money on ransoms, which ranged from $5.5 million per ship. Unfortunately, such pacifist piracy did not last long. In 2009, the Somalis took aim at a Russian ship. The victim was stronger than the predator and dealt with anyone who encroached on its property. After that incident, the local pirates became much more violent. The rest of the world noticed this and also started to react to the Somalis in a much more aggressive way. Still, despite all these things, piracy has proved extremely favorable to the inhabitants of this country. So favorable that it has even influenced the culture of the place. For some time now, children in Somalia are given incentive weapons instead of candies or toys. And the weapon isn't plastic at all, but real. Here's proof. You've all heard about the month when it's obligatory to fast. I'm talking about Ramadan. So the locals came up with a contest for children to recite the Quran. There are many participants, but their number will only increase with each passing year. The reason behind are the attractive prizes. Thus, a group of children who won the competition were given real Kalashnikov automatic rifles and a sum of money equivalent to $700. During the special ceremony, one representative of the pirate movement said, "A child should reach for knowledge with one hand and for weapons with the other." This concludes our video. We hope that after watching it, you'll become more grateful for the place where you were born or where you live right now. What do you think of Somalia after watching our video? Is it really the part of the world where it's better not to go at all? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and give this video a big thumbs up.